Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a great day because I will be building a new tank. And this time I want to create a perfect breeding tank for my Epistos. You all know that I'm not a big fan of those artificial and empty breeding tanks, so I decided to create a breeding tank that will resemble a river, something that looks alive and is really nice to look at. So let's get to work. This is the tank that I will be using for this build. It's 45 by 30 by 30 centimeters and holds roughly 40 liters of water. And this is what I'm planning for this build. I will be going for triangle composition on the left side. So this side will be hardscape heavy with some big spiderwood pieces and rocks around it. I will also include some epiphytes around the hardscape to make it look nicer. And here in the back I want to have a wall of high plants. And I want this wall to move a little bit with river/filter current. Okay, this is enough talking, let's just do it. I'm starting this time from applying black background. It will make the tank look much nicer and cleaner. Next, I'm starting to work on the substrate. In this back corner that I'm planning to plant quite heavily, I'm using active substrate. And I'm placing it only in this corner right there. Why? Because this is the only place that I'm planning to use plants that are actually going to be planted in the substrate. In all other places, I will use epiphytes. To lock this substrate in place, I'm surrounding it with small pebbles, just like that. I'm doing this because I want this substrate to stay in one place, and I don't want to see it moving all over the tank. This is how it looks like for now. Next, I'm filling the empty space on the bottom of the tank with river sand. This is perfect for Epistos because they really like to sift through it. Besides, remember that this is supposed to be a river tank, and the sand is a very natural part of many rivers. And it looks good in tanks like this one. Once I'm done with empty spaces on the bottom, I can now cover all the active substrate. This way all the pebbles are locked in, the substrate stays in one place, and nothing besides the sand is visible. Okay, it's time to put some hardscape inside. I'm starting from few river rocks. Again, this fits perfectly with the river theme. I just play around to create small island on the left side and create two things: breeding places for my Epistos and a foundation for my centerpiece spiderwood. Look at this piece. Beautiful and just perfect fit for this tank. Oh yes, this is just great. You see, the idea here is to create a natural barrier for the plants that I'm planning to put on the back. I want them to be very dense, but I don't want them growing to the front. And this wood piece is doing the job perfectly. In the meantime, I placed the filter. I'm using quite a big one, so I wanted to be sure that it fits there. I think that this is a very good base for the rest of the build. I moved few rocks here and there and will include even more, but now I want the structure to be stable, so I'm gluing it all together. As always, I'm using cotton pads with combination with cyanoacrylate glue. Okay, everything holds together nicely. Now I want to create even more hiding places for the fish. So I'm placing more river rocks and creating even more caves. Apistogrammas love to hide in places like this. and they feel much safer and more comfortable when they have a lot of hiding spots to choose from. And hopefully they will like to breed in one as well. Looks great. Now I need to add more small pebbles in the front. Those small details change a lot and will make the big rocks on the back to look more natural. Without those small details, it kind of looks just, I don't know, fake. Look at the difference. It's really looking nicer and nicer with every step. I think that we are ready for planting. I already prepared few plants that I want to use for this build. I'm starting from epiphytes, and I'm going with the classics, Anubias and Java Fern. You just cannot go wrong with those. Of course, I'm not placing them in the substrate, but attaching them to the hardscape. Starting from Anubias, I'm sticking them between the rocks and wood. This way I'm hiding connection points and make it look more natural. This is pretty much exactly how they would grow in nature. And now Java Fern. Looks good. It will take some time for them to grow, but we have to start somehow. And now I have to fill the space in the back. For that I will be using Vallisneria asiatica. To spread this plant better, I'm dividing one single pot into small portions of the plant. There are always many individual plants in every pot, just like you see here. Now I can plant individual plants all over the area that I want to be covered with it. This plant should help to achieve what I'm looking for. So, dense wall of plants that are moving a bit with water current. This plant will spread and grow very fast, but if my design is correct, it should be contained only in that area. And this is how it looks like fully planted, but without water. So it's time to move it into its place and fill it up. I think that even though it's not done and the plants are not really grown, it already looks good. So now it's the time to cycle it and let it grow a bit. It will take me 3 to 4 weeks, but for you it will be just a few seconds. And after 5 weeks, this is what I got. High hardscape that really fills the side of the tank. Fantastic looking plants. Beautiful and healthy fish. Entire tank is running just great. It's completely algae free and really requires minimal maintenance. And look at this Vallisneria in the back. This is exactly what I was going for. Look how dense it got and how it moves with the current. Gentle, not distracting, but it's there and makes the tank look alive. For the stocking I went with few Otocinclus, Harlequin Rasboras, and of course my pair of Apistogramma McMasteri. All of them are doing just fantastic. They enjoy the tank, they eat very well. Rasboras really like to school together, and Apistos are clearly making a happy couple. And only after 2 weeks of being in this tank, those Apistos gave me the best gift possible. I built this tank for them to breed and got exactly what I wanted. What a result! Apistofry is already exploring the tank with their mother, and I just cannot be happier to see that. All those caves worked like a charm, and based on what I saw, they are really happy to live here. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this build, like the video if you liked it, and as always, see you in the next one.